Weber Elementary School students will soon return to a rebuilt school. It was heavily damaged in an arson fire at the end of last school year, leaving teachers, students, and staff devastated and looking for classrooms to call home this fall. Well, hundreds found a temporary home at the district's newest school, Meiklejohn Elementary.
Your pencils are there, crayons here, and then the markers.
Traditions run deep in education. Teachers arrive days ahead of students to set up and prepare their familiar classrooms.
Yay, now you can find things. I think that's it.
Ready to go.
But this year, Weber Elementary teachers found themselves in unfamiliar territory, unpacking precious classroom materials salvaged from a fire into temporarily borrowed spaces.
They're opening up their doors to us. They have been extremely friendly. We know that this is a short term. We know that we are increasing the population of this school.
Okay, well, I've got all the books that would fit in those drawers.
About 300 Weber students are spending their first weeks of school at Meiklejohn Elementary, Arvada's newest elementary.
They have been so friendly and so cooperative about offering us anything if we need it. And we're trying to respect their space.
Meiklejohn just opened. Last year that was 2006, 2007. I often say we're the largest elementary school ever built in Jeffco, and that's the case. We're close to 70,000 square feet. We've got 32 classrooms. We're really built for this westward expansion.
Meiklejohn is built to hold 800 students, but because the school is new, many of its classrooms are still empty, waiting for growth. So for Principal Braganetz, it just made sense to extend the welcome to Weber in its time of need. About 300 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders and their teachers can call it home until around October 15th, when Weber hopes to reopen.
Well, it's been great with the people because everyone's been very positive. It's a huge, complicated task to move in and move out, and just the support. Everyone's been here for everyone.
And many other helping hands dug in to help 5th grade teacher Carol Lochner and other Weber teachers, too. A group of former and retired teachers and school workers, dubbed the Power Express, came to the rescue.
Carol and I taught together for a long time. We had a good time teaching together, and when she was ready to unpack her classroom, she asked if I could help her because I've taught the curriculum, and I could go through things and help her sort and put away things that went together, units that we taught.
For Kathy, a former Weber teacher herself, it's personal.
It was my community for a long time. I started teaching there when I was in my 20s, back in the 1970s, and I spent 24 years of my entire Jeffco career at Weber. So I thought through every major change. So I just felt like it was my home. It saw me through the birth of my son, who's now 30. That's how long I was there. It was just my home.
As for Lochner, who's also put her heart and 13 years of teaching into Weber, memories of the days following the fire are rekindled as she unpacks here at Meiklejohn.
The things that came to mind most frequently were things that were given to me by students that were irreplaceable. And in unpacking, as I have just done recently, I'm noticing that there's a lot of things that I cannot replace that were memories from students, and that's the hardest part to deal with. It has affected all of us tremendously that we did not have closure. Our kids didn't get to say goodbye to each other, which is probably the most important closure that they need.
But with the support of Meiklejohn staff and the Power Express, all are confident the school year will be a triumphant success in spite of the tragic fire.
And so I hope that kids will not remember the fire as a tragedy in their lives, but as a growing experience that they went through, and remember the beginning of the following year where they had to go to 2 schools, but yet what a wonderful year that was.
And all point to the positives coming from this tragedy. New paint and carpeting and permanent walls in place of the old temporary walls will greet students and teachers when they return to Weber.
In the long run, I think it's going to be a beautiful building for Weber and the kids.
And Kathy says they'll be there to help when Weber moves back into their own school, too.
So anything we can do to help, even if it's just unpacking books and putting them on a bookcase, simple things. It's just one less thing that teacher has to do, has to worry about.
There are still many things the teachers in school need to replace and replenish. If you'd like to help, you can call the Jefferson Foundation at 303-982-2210 or check their website at jeffersonfoundation.org.